when I was younger, right, and I would go through things like failing of an opportunity or a relationship or something like that. How I healed was I would wild out for a very small period of time, and then I'll just immediately distract myself. Like, I'll never sit with it. I'll wild out, like, for example, if I was dating someone, right, and then we decided, oh, it's over, da da da. I low-key have anxious attachment. So, oh, it's over, da da da. Like, I'll probably let a couple days go by, and then I'll break. Like, I'll reach out to the person like, hey, I miss you, da da da. You know what I'm saying? Dumbass shit. Hey, I miss you, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And then that's me spiraling out. That's my spiral. That's me walling out. And then once that is done, like, I don't have a conversation. Like, I don't have a conversation with myself or nothing. Like, hey, I need to do this better. Or, oh my gosh, it's really over. Like, I don't. I just immediately start distracting myself. Going to dance class, going to exercise, going to hang out with friends, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And I did that for a nice little hot minute. And so now that I'm older, I realize how important it is to be intentional about your healing journey. I always looked at being intentional about your healing journey as like too structured. Like, maybe it's not that structured, but I looked at it as too structured. And I feel like when you're intentional about your healing journey, you're focusing on the problem. You're focusing so much on the problem and the solution, right? Which is actually what you should do, right? But because I was so focused on distracting myself, I didn't want to look at the problem. I just wanted solution. But I think it's important to take your time and go through those motions, right? So now that I'm older, I'm realizing the importance. And I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I realized the importance of like sitting in it. I hate it here. I don't want to sit in it. I'm so used to distracting myself, but I feel like when you do that, a pattern that I noticed in my life is you run into the same problem again, because you never sat with yourself and you never thought about like, hey, this is what I need to do better. Like, I'm very big on self-reflection. Like, I'll tell you immediately like how I am and how I'm feeling and where I effed up at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell you that. But I didn't, like, now. I didn't used to be that way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like a little bit more painful. I say that because right now at this moment, I'm actually going through like a healing journey. Yeah. Romantic wise. So like, yes, like I'm learning that it's important to really sit and sit in it. Also, for me, also to understand that during your healing journey, it's going to be messy as fuck. It's going to be messy sometimes. You might relapse, right? Back in the day, I don't want to say never, because that's not true, but I relapsed a lot less than I do now at this big age. And I think relapsing is stronger for me, my individual self, because I feel like other people don't handle it this way. But like this video, if you could relate, relapsing it's a stronger urge when you're sitting in it. relapse. Let me elaborate on that. So relapse would be like reaching out to the person that you said you was going to stay away from. You all said it was over, but you still want to reach out. You still want to call. Like I said, I have anxious attachment issues. So like sometimes I do have that urge to be like, I just want to call them and let them know what's on my mind, or that's not, it's no growth in that. It's no growth in that. Like, to just keep going back like, hey, I feel this, like, or how come that day went, like, that is not going to help you move forward at all. So because of that, I'm realizing now that you're going to have those days. I'm speaking for myself, really, but I know it could be relatable to others. I'm realizing as a human in general, when healing, you're going to have those ugly ass days, those ugly ass moments that you just want to get out of, but you gotta let it go through. You gotta let it process. Like, don't get up and distract yourself. Like, yo, when my heart is broken, I was just telling someone this too. When my heart is broken, I could work out on stress all day. Overload. Oh my gosh, work was so stressful. Go to the gym, release. I'm gonna work out. Heartbreak is different. Working out on heartbreak is different. It's like weird. It's a very weird, weak feeling, bro. It's a very weird, weak feeling. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's a different type of weak feeling. Like, it makes you physically feel depleted a little bit. Eventually within due time, you start working out on that heartbreak because you can't let it sit there forever. Okay, but I feel like a reason that may even be is because, I be trying to avoid, because I still have the tendency to sometimes just distract myself, but I gotta really sit and understand and acknowledge what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that happens sometimes, me feeling a little depleted while trying to work out on heartbreak. I feel like that happens because I didn't give myself time to sit and really accept what's going on and self-reflect on what I need to do better, what I need to not accept, or accept boundaries that need to go up. You know what I'm saying? And this could be for anything. It doesn't have to be romantic relationship wise. It could be, like I said earlier, I think it could be like a failed career opportunity. That's heartbreaking too. Like, I went to school, I went to college, and I'm not in my career field. The story of the entire America. You got a degree, you're not even working in your field. That's heartbreaking. Yeah, I went through that already. That's heartbreaking too. Right? But throughout my healing journeys, right? That's where the resilience come in, because we go through things, then we heal, then we go through things, different things, then we heal. You know what I'm saying? What I learned, what helps me throughout my healing journey is throughout my various, I'm putting them all together, throughout my various healing journeys. One, I'm going to say the things that I learned. I'm not going to say the things that helped me, but the things that I learned about what helps me. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so one, which I'm coming to terms now, is allowing yourself to sit in it a little bit. Not too long. Like, I already spiraled. But allow yourself to sit in it. And what that looks like is sometimes you literally have to sit in it. Like, you might have to just sit, eat your ice cream, take a day off, sit in your car, right? And think about, damn, what are some things that I could have done better? Or should I have not accepted? You know what I'm saying? Or some things that I could have communicated early on so that we didn't get to that point. You get what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be, sitting in it for me looks like that. And then thinking about that, you might cry. Okay? So I think it's important to sit in it for a little bit. Okay? Don't run from it. Don't run from how you feel. Acknowledge. I'm not okay. Acknowledge I'm not okay. Acknowledge, like, bitch, my heart is broken. The fuck? Like, it's like, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So really sit in it and just bullet point in your head or on paper, which I feel like is best, what you're feeling and what is actually happening, instead of riding to the ice cream place. Oh, I'm gonna go to the beach. Nah, we gonna sit in it. We gonna see what's happening so it don't come up later, right? And just accepting that you might have to sit in it a couple times. Okay, it might take you like 2-3 days. You might have to sit in it for a little minute, right? Also too, as you progress, I feel like you also have moments of sitting in it as well. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's okay. Another thing that I learned of what helps me in my healing journey is, after you sat in it, right? I think it's important to like, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, when you do have those urges to relapse, you got to find something to, after you sat in it, right? Because like I said before, I didn't used to sit in it. After you sat in it, you're going to have those urges to relapse. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's important to find something to help distract you. Now you can distract yourself from those thoughts, those impulses, those urges. You get what I'm saying? Even if y'all said it was over and that person reaches out to you, like if that person reaches out to me, like we said it was done and it was a reason why. You get what I'm saying? I think it's important to go and distract yourself, right? Whether that looks like literally calling somebody up immediately. Calling somebody up, hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Really getting into life. One thing that I used to do back in the day is, when I used to distract myself immediately, I used to get up and go take a walk. And then I'll start running like a crazy person. It don't matter who looking. You don't know what's going on, baby. I'm running to catch my life. Like, I'm running. Like, I think it's important to run, walk, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to intertwine that with, I know it sounds cliche, but it really helps, like spending time in nature. I feel like God created the trees and the waters and stuff like that, to help us heal. You know, when you go to like some really nice and clean park, like, and you sit and the water's going and you hear the birds chirping, and it's a different type of silence. You know how you home, you might hear the silence, but you might hear the babies crying downstairs, or you might hear the cars going by, or you might hear people talking out your window. Nah, nature is a different type of silence, right? Sometimes I would sit in nature and just start crying, and that is a form of release, but it's like a more calm release. It's definitely healing. I really, really love that part of healing. Like, go out, take a walk, like, connect with nature, right? Another thing that helped me too is to do my activities, right? Once you get to that point, to do my activities. Like, I know exercising helps for me because I forget what research I was doing a while back. I forget what the research said, but word for word. But I know that exercising and working out is equivalent to whatever you release during sexual intercourse. You release those same things when you are exercising. I think it's called endorphins. Don't quote me, but I think it's called endorphins, right? And those are stress hormones, if I'm not mistaken. You release them through working out, and that helps a lot too. When I get me a workout in, I feel much lighter. Doesn't take away the problem, but I feel a whole lot lighter, you know. Especially a nice and intense workout, because it's kind of like, it kind of feel like you was fighting a little bit. You get what I'm saying? That I also revert to like spiritually, right? Everybody got their different belief systems. I believe in Jesus. I can only speak about what I believe in. But so what I like to do is just read the word. I'm not super holy, right? But read the word, pray. Prayer definitely works. It's a form of meditation aside from meditation itself. But prayer, reading the word, and I'm not super duper religious, so I know, you know, a lot of Christians may not agree with this, or they may not like, you know, what I'm saying, but I'll do things like participate in sound healing, affirmations. You know, I might take a yoga class here and there. You know what I'm saying? I have my different opinions about that. I'm not going to get into that right now, but yeah, you know, I might do some things like that. Those things really help contribute to my internal peace and state. You know, another thing that I like to do is, me personally, I think it's important to have people around you who are going to give you the real thing, like whether you're wrong, where you could have did better, and where the other person could have did better, or how the situation could have played out. Like, I think it's important to receive constructive criticism. And I ain't even gonna hold you, that shit hurt too. It take a little nab and it trigger you a tad bit. You know what I'm saying? It trigger you a tad bit. Like, my mom be telling me, like, yeah, you shouldn't have did that. But, you know, it happens, and you gotta learn from it. We grow from here. So I think that's important. I really like to talk to people who are very upfront with me about, you know, what I could have did better, and also too, not afraid to tell me, like, yeah, you're not tripping, like, that wasn't good for you. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That helps me. Just having a real ass support system, that really helps contribute to your healing journey. Another part that I really like to do during my healing journey is connect with your inner child. I know people might have different opinions about this, but you know, I'm a big kid. Like, I know in my videos I might come off like, but I'm really a big kid. Like, I love games and shit like that. Like, coloring books. You ain't, as an adult, like, yo, when I first started coloring again, like, as an adult, I said, damn, I didn't do this in so long. Coloring books, adult coloring books, even kid coloring books. When I'm coloring with my baby, even prior to having my baby, I used to get adult coloring books, and it would help contribute to, you know, just connecting with my inner child. Things that we forget about because we so caught up in electronics, but Sudokus, word searches, word puzzles, stuff like that. Addition, subtraction, division, books where you can write it out. Like, stuff like that really, like, I don't know, it makes me feel a little more grounded without the electronics and stuff like that. Also, watching certain movies from childhood. I love Ratatouille. I love Shrek. I love Babe with the pig. Like, I love that. Just, you know, little cartoons that you might like. I know people like anime. I never really got into, like, anime, but I like certain animated shows. You know what I'm saying? I love Avatar. Oh my freaking goodness, I love Avatar. Like, I don't know, maybe one day I might get into anime, because I know it's this other cartoonish type of, it's like this animated show on YouTube. I don't even know the name of it, but it's so calming. Excuse me, it's so calming, and it helped me during one time when I was having a breakup. I used to just, when I was in college, I used to just, after I did everything that I needed to do, I would get in a shower, lay down, and watch this cartoon, and it'll make me feel so good. So I understand those people who really into anime. I understand, even though I don't watch it. that, connecting with your inner child. And this is my last one. I feel like this happens more so toward the ending of your healing journey, like when you've arrived at your I'm okay phase, like right before you arrive at your I'm okay phase. Trying new things, right? Aside from not only just trying new activities, but new looks, right? One time when I was going through what I was going through, I ended up shaving my side, and I just kept it like that. You know, I loved it. I forget when I did this, but I shaved my side. I wanted a new look. It was a look that I had before that, but I went through some things, and then I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna shave my side, and I just kept it because I think it's really cute. I don't even do long nails. I know this might be medium. I gotta get them done. This might be medium sized to some, but I usually have really short nails. So getting long nails, also, you know, it made me feel a little different, and I actually like it. I feel like when you start trying new things, that is contributing to the new version of you, right? So yeah, your inner is changing, it's growing, it's evolving, it's releasing, right? But now, because your inner is doing all of that, now it's kind of like urging you to do the same thing on the outside. You know, that is my intake on healing journeys. It could be messy, very, very messy, but I think it's important to be intentional about it. And yeah, and I just share some stuff that helps me, that I've learned throughout the years, that helped me during my healing journey. So comment below what helps you during your healing journey, or just, you know, whatever intake you got. Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful and blessed day. Goodbye.